So we're playing Pinball Lockdown because we're locked down. I'm not locked down. I'm in China. So we've been lifted from our lockdown. But you guys are locked down. This is in early access right now. And you can tell because the controllers are wonky. Can I even get to the game? Play. Ooh. It's very peaceful. Come on. Now the controllers kind of work. Or they don't. Let me unplug and plug back in. I tested it earlier with the PlayStation remote. Am I gonna have to restart? No, okay. So the first problem is you can't use the sticks to plunge. So you gotta use the button only. A little bit trouble. Oh, great. Initially, the physics are alright. But if you want to get this to work, you gotta implement all the control options. See, that's weird. Well, I guess that was a ball save, so it automatically launched. You can't change the cameras, and that's a deal breaker right there. I like how the Pinball Arcade does it, where they use the square on the PlayStation control, and I think there's 4 cameras. And another thing, it's not programmed for the controls right, because it pauses and I can't unpause it. You can barely see the change in the menu screen where I go from main menu to resume. And it's like, it's not sensing the buttons correctly. Because you know how like a keyboard is a boolean? Alright, resume. Did I resume it? Alright, I heard it gongs. So I guess so. So yeah, it needs to play nicely with the PS4 controller. And actually, please get the Nintendo Switch controller working, the Pro controller. A lot of games don't do that. And I can't. And I prefer. Both the triggers and the bumpers work, which is nice. And if I accidentally pause it, I can't resume it. Come on, guys. Like I said, this is an early access, so it's not quite a review or even a demo. It's just impressions, observations. It's like, all right, this button tilts. The right stick tilts, and it doesn't tilt very well. Nudge, tilt, you know what I mean. That's weird. Again, I cannot resume it with the controller. Oh, I got a high score. I don't accept it. We're going to a different board. Alright. A dragon pinball, okay. Play. Now I know the graphics are a little bit substandard, but I'm not gonna knock on those because I know I'm gonna knock on the controllers. Because I know it's in early access, so there's probably going to be 3 or 4 more layers of polish on the visuals. No big deal. Same thing with the sound. There's a front-end music, and I think the last table had some music, but some of the tables don't. So I might go add some of my music in, some of my original music into these tables and see if it fits. And if you want to license it, just reach out, contact me. I'll give you a good deal. Yeah, my initial impression on the physics is that they're not bad. I think it needs... I'm holding my thoughts on purpose because I don't want to go make some broad statements when I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Like I said, but the physics isn't the number one issue. The number one issues are the controls and the camera. You need to have multiple cameras, because I want to take a look-see up there, but I'm limited. I can't use square. Just copy off the Pinball Arcade. Do what they did. Have like a child's point of view, and then like a tall man and a couple in between. Sound effects. So they're still in the sound effects testing phase. See, I can't really unpause it. I can try. If I hold the X button in, I can play. But if I let go, it pauses. It's completely bizarre, man. I want to get through all tables. At least a couple minutes in. This isn't going to be in-depth because the game isn't ready for an in-depth analysis. I bought this for 40% off in early access. It's on sale this week. If you're watching this video in the moment. That ending music sounds familiar. It's like they took it from an NES game. And there is music playing now. It wasn't playing before. Did something happy just happen? Why did I lose? The sound effects are like weird. I don't know if they have the right scripts to point to where they're going right now. Let me try doing some, because I know I'm going to get hell for this if I don't try doing some advanced pinball stuff, so let me try post passing, whatever it's called. Let's do a dead flip, come on. Oh, I gotta get it. There's 5 tables in this pack. They said upon release you'll have at least one more, so... I think the price right now, the full price is around $8 or something, $7-8. Alright, let me try to get into the castle. Is that a cat? Did they just take a cat sound and use that as the dragon? Alright. And accept. I accept. Can I go back? Escape. Main menu. I don't think games should be in early access until they have the controls down for real. Like, it has to support a control if it's one of those games. You know, if it's like a real-time strategy or something, I don't need it, but... Oh, for Christ's sake, man. This is a mess. You know, you think a pinball game with like 2 or 3 buttons would be easy to program. Oh my god, you know, the more time I have to do this, the less time I have to show the game, so... And I'm on a limited time budget right now, my life is limited, so I can't just waste time all day. Zen Garden. Huh, that's what we played earlier. I wonder why they chose the name Zen Garden. Vegas, let's do Vegas. We're going to Vegas, honey. I'm sorry. I like these opening shots. They look nice. It'd be cool if there was a room or a ceiling, though. Alright, Vegas table. Let's go. Fuck's sake. You know, I suffer so you don't. Whoa, this looks... lights, guys. Lights. Lights, camera, action. That's what we need. This is hard to see. I get it, like, the guy doing lighting really likes shadows, and it's kind of cool, but it needs to be a little bit more dynamic so that it doesn't... And you know, I'll go easy on the graphics. The graphics aren't a deal breaker with me. Neither is the sound at this point. You know I'm an audiophile if you follow my stuff. But I can understand early access. The things you need for early access, you gotta have the controls working. Maybe the physics can be tweaked later, but you gotta have it so I can play it without getting pissed off. Again, I don't know if there's music or not. It seems to come and go. Maybe they're testing out different artists who has the privilege of having their music featured on Pinball Lockdown. There it goes. That's pretty good. Oh, come on. Keep the music going. You have to, like, earn the music. You know, that could be an interesting, that can be an interesting feature, actually. Because I play a lot of Zen Pinball, and I used to play Pinball Arcade more. And the music is good, but I just don't notice it sometimes. Now I notice it. Ah. I don't know, what do you pros out there think about these physics? You think they look reasonable? I'm trying to get like a good dead flip going. There we go. That looks about right. I'm waiting for a jump scare or something. It's so quiet. These are definitely in the classic vein. The electromechanical table styles. Old school. And I don't got a problem with that. I actually do kind of favor the simpler tables over the more complicated ones. So, I think they said on their site this is due out in June 2020. I hope they can get the controllers fixed by then and the cameras. Number 1, controls. Number 2, cameras. And hopefully you have some dudes back there polishing the graphics and sound. You never hear about Foley artists too much anymore. They're people who make sound effects. And whoever the Foley artist was on this table, they did a lot of poker chipping to make all those poker chip sounds. Come on, I want to hear the poker chips once more before we end this. There we go. Yeah, poker chips. Did he say, oh shit? Sounded like a gunman. Everyone's trying to catch on to the pinball hype train. Pinball's making a comeback, I'm telling you. Like, once they become affordable and I find a good one, I'm gonna get a digital pinball table and not have anywhere to put it. Alright, I gotta finish this, I gotta do another table. So, I lost on purpose. Good, next one, accept. I still can't get out. You gotta, like, go to main menu and press spacebar, and then do it again. Oh, this is wretched, guys. Come on, if you can't get something like a menu working, no one's gonna like this. You're lucky I'm patient, and I'm such a nice guy. Alice in Wonderland. Is that public domain? Alright. Oh, great, I paused it. Alright. Also, yeah, plunger. That shouldn't be hard to implement. Make the stick plunge, please. This one's all dark. Maybe it's the angle I'm sitting at, but it's like hard to see this one too, kind of. I think they're doing something different with the lighting on each of them, because all of them look different. I know that sounds bland, but you understand what I'm saying? It looks like they were trying different things for each of them. Say like, oh, which one looks the best? This one has potential. Like the contrasty look to it. It looks kind of, it's pleasing, but it's also hard to see. Especially in the back. Maybe something will light up eventually if I do something cool. It feels wooden. It does feel woody. So they do have some sort of materials, right? What the hell? The physics are still very questionable though. My ball just warped. I'm gonna have to get some Alice in Wonderland tunes. Oh, thanks for stealing my kickbacks. Oh, that's nice. That's good. So what do you think about the slingshots? You think they could be bouncier, less bouncy? You guys decide. I'm just a layman, you know. I'm not a pro at this, even though I pretend to be. Are they floating in midair? That's weird. It's pretty bizarre. And there's also other things that I guess I may as well mention just in case they don't know. Like, you know the DMD, the dot matrix display has to be fixed. Right, guys? You know that's not acceptable. I'm not going to insult your intelligence. I know the devs have to prioritize. Alright. I liked that table, but I gotta move on. I gotta try to move on. Jesus Christ. And then this happens. I saw this when I played it for 1 minute before I started recording. You get like these double balls sometimes. Can I play with both of them? I don't even know if I can get both of them up. Oh man, I could have cheated. Alright, cool. Look, I got 2 balls. I had 2 balls. It'll happen. Now look, now there's 3 balls. What the hell's going on? Can I just get like infinite balls this way? I guess I can. I can sort of see myself playing. It's so hard to launch with the button. Alright, you get the idea. Oh, I want to play with 2 balls. I don't think I've had a legitimate multi-ball yet. Can I get the hell out of here, please? We got one last table. Man, this is unacceptable, guys. This shouldn't be in early access. You need to get this fixed immediately. Immediately. I'm not going to get to the last table if you don't let me. See what I mean, guys? This is deal breaker. I don't even know if it's guys. It might be one dude making this. What the hell happened here? Alright. What? Alright, I'm gonna play this out. And I think we're gonna end on this because I can't get to the last table. That was Pinball Lockdown. Early access.